Hey guys, it's SF and welcome to Random Talk Sundays. And this week, there's not much going on right now. It is a little bit of a lull in JP until the Evangelion and Godzilla collaboration. So this week, I'm just gonna do some normal dungeon farming, rank farming, and then it is ×2 experience here in JP, and then there's double drops on the normal dungeons right now. It is Dark Jesters, and then my team is Ghoulie, Roma, and Arthur. Roma has my genius, so that's why I'm bringing him. I should... whatever, it doesn't really matter that much. I guess I'll play this one, because this one has a better experience per stamina ratio, so I guess that's a little better, and I can play it 10 times. Hopefully, will I be able to rank up? Who knows? If my math is correct, it's probably a little bit off. And I guess we will see how much I can do in an hour. Hopefully I can get at least one rank in an hour. But this is the shorter one, so time-wise I might break like 2 to 3 minutes. And I just want to bring Roma because he is relatively new. So that's why I kind of want to bring him. If I want it a little bit faster, I'll bring like Izanagi 0. So it's basically Ghoulie, Izanagi 0, Arthur, and then like friend of like an Arthur or another Izanagi 0. Or even Ra. And why I'm bringing Ghoulie just because I want more lengths, because there is a lot of monsters coming out for the Evangelion and Godzilla collaboration. And I mean a lot. There's like, if you didn't play the Evangelion back like, I think last November, there's like, so there's a lot of monsters. There's at least like 30, like from Evangelion alone, there's probably like 20 different monsters. And there's 10 from the Hatcher. There's 10 from the Hatcher. Extremes, there are 4, 6. And then Savage is 1. So there's 17 different monsters. And that is a lot. But Evangelion is not really much the main focus of this collaboration, in my opinion. In terms of the revivals, because the dungeons times are relatively short, in my opinion. You have Ra and Eva-themed who are one drop, but they're on our regular rotation, so they have like a specific time slot, not like 24/7 like a lot of other collaborations have for those one drops. They did have it when they first came, but once they got revived back, then it didn't come back like that. That was a little bit close, I guess. I should position next time for the top. Yes, this is not fast at all. This is not fast at all. But the Godzilla part is also back, and has been like 2 years. It has been 2 years, so most likely people have not played the dungeons or have gotten any of those monsters yet. So for me, that's my main focus. 3 times, and that is 13k. So not that bad. And then, so I think Godzilla, in terms of max luckables, there's 3 from the dungeons. And then Godzilla Hatcher has, I think, 5? I think it has 5 5-star monsters, 5 6-star monsters. And I'm choosing the wrong dungeon. So that's why it's going to be a hell lot of farming. And the Godzilla Hatcher is, although it only has those Godzilla monsters, it doesn't have any other random other monsters. It's really hard to max, probably really hard to max luck one of those 5-6 star monsters, because there's just a lot of variety in there. And kind of like when the other three, I forgot the other three, Lilium or Leah, and then Cthulhu, like those, and then I have 3. That took a lot of farming. So for me, I'm more focused on that aspect, and then probably max luck all those monsters if I can, because I have to max luck the 3 monsters that are getting revived. So the 3 dungeon monsters before, which is Destroyer, Violente, and then Godzilla himself. Beautiful. And then, so yeah, and those guys have, their dungeons have been renewed. If you guys knew about how it worked last time, so it's basically, there's a savage stage, which is Skygun, and then after that, after you clear out the savage stage, there's going to be a extra stage of random of those 3 monsters: Destroyer, Godzilla, and Violente. Well, not Violente, it's only Godzilla and Destroyer. And then there was a Burning Godzilla, which was totally different, although Burning Godzilla was the ascension form of Godzilla himself. So what you call it, so yeah, that's why there's that. And I have to remember to position for the top for the next bar, especially Arthur, because the laser's not going to do anything. I'm going to go this way. Hopefully this is enough. Guess not, but I'm going to be on top. Okay. Or somewhat on top. So I think that's a little bit better, I think. Oh yeah, and I lost track of what I was saying. So yeah, there's that Godzilla part, and then of course there's 2 new monsters, 2 new extreme monsters that you want to actually get. One is the Godzilla and Eva 1, and the X's are not dropping. I guess the last part of the dungeon will give me X's more, but I guess for, if you just want to max rank, if you just want to rank farm, then I guess the easier one will be a lot easier. And of course the experience is better in terms of ratios and time, I guess. And there's Eva 1, and then there's Godzilla and Eva 13. Godzilla Eva 13 is not bad. Fire resist and a no gravity barrier monster, so not a bad monster, but he is a 1-drop only quest. I guess I'll play this one just so that I can get more Morlings, because I want more Morlings. Although it is a little bit longer. Let's use a Ra for this stage, just so I can use some different monsters. Ra is not that bad. I tried her out in Yao Tataki and she worked really well, in my opinion. I just didn't make a really stable, legit party. I just did something really random, and I lost a few times. Although in theory it works, but I'm just not in that mood because I just woke up during that time, and I was like really, my head was not moving correctly, was not working correctly. But Raw is pretty good for Yamato Takeru, and probably a good replacement if you don't have Doji. I wouldn't suggest like replacing Ra over Doji, because Doji does more damage and she has more safety. She has a lot more safety than Ra. Well, I guess Ra does more damage in like normal attacks, but Doji does more in bomb combos, and of course Doji has the better stretch out for safety purposes. And Ra, you have to actually position for, which is, it really depends on if you can actually position for her strike shot. If you can't, then of course go for doji and have like a really easy clear and stuff like that. But going back to the Godzilla part, Godzilla and Eva 1 is a no-win, no-warp monster, which is, I think they're your best, I guess not the best, it's not the best max luck for Eden, but it is a very good max luck for Eden, probably one of the better extreme ones. Of course, the, ooh, nice. Of course, the better, like if you want the impossible levels, then Skilmi is the best one out there. It's just that the AT field that it has, it will shield the damage from Eden's first attack, which is like the clamp or the rib cage thing, and that will disperse any damage from that attack, which is not a lot because he is a dark monster as well, so he shouldn't be taking much in general. But you know, AT field is just good in general. And then the only thing that's not as good as like a Skilmi is that he is a bounce monster, but he does have a 12 turn. Where should I go for that? I'll just go with this. He has a 12 turn strike shot that you can position right where Eden is, and his bump combo is a blast type spread piercer, so his bump combo can go through, can get to those weak spots of Eden and deal a lot of damage. I should have strike shot, but whatever. But I still got speed clear. I should get speed clear. Nice. And then this should be it. There we go. See, there's the X drop. I guess I'll run the last one just for the X drops because I want more links. Because there's a ton of monsters I need to hypermax from this collaboration. I think there's, at least for me, there's 2 from the new monsters, 3 from the regular Godzilla dungeons, and then like 5 from the Godzilla shards. So that's 8, 10 I need to hypermax, and I'm running low on divine shards as well, but I think I should be okay. I should be okay for that. And it's also coming back within the actual collaboration, so that's really good. As for the new monsters, new Hatcher monsters, aka the Ascension forms of Asuka Udi and Rei and Amakusashiro. So the first one is for Udi, and for Asuka she is collaborating with, let's use Sakura. This is the new manga magazine Sakura. Nothing really changed, it's just that her appearance looks different, and her strike shot voiceover is a little different. Hopefully I can have her stalled up to actually play it for you guys. But everything else is the same. She's still flight, no damage wall, and recovery monster, and the strike shot is still a speed up and power up. And just because I brought her, my clear speed is really bad. I usually take 2 turns to clear this. But Mecha Godzilla and Udi is not a really bad monster. I do have an Asuka Udi, so I'm probably gonna ascend her. The evolve form, I don't really use her that much. She becomes a no damage wall monster, so I guess you can differentiate between the evolve and ascension. So if you don't have good no gravity barrier monsters, then you go for the evolve. If you don't have good no damage wall monsters, then you go for the ascension. And ascension has synchro, and then no wind, and then no damage wall, and then strike shot reducer. And her strike shot is really strong. The laser is really strong in my opinion. So the strike shot is kind of like a laser strike shot, but the laser actually goes through laser barriers, so you don't have to worry about it that much in terms of laser barrier dungeons. And then the homing, it will shoot homings and then shoots out the laser. So, and during the video, the dev video, only the laser hits the actual monster. So, and that did, I think, 1.5 or 1.6 million to a dark monster, which I think is really powerful for a 20 turn strike shot. Is really powerful. And of course there is the strike shot reducer, which you can use it more frequently throughout the boss stages. So most likely you'll be able to use it twice in a boss stage. Use it on the first boss bar, and then stall it all, and then like hit your teammates to actually stall all the way back up, and then at the last bar, then you got a strike shot to use, which is really strong. Next one is Rei and Mothra. That's a really random combination in my opinion. Like Asuka and Mechagodzilla is relatable, right? Because Asuka pilots mechs in the original anime in Evangelion, but Rei with a flying moth question mark. So yeah, but she's not that bad. It's she is a synchro, minesweeper, and then a recovery monster. So more. So I guess there's a little bit more utility. Oh, I won't be able to. I guess I have to stall a bit for Sakura. Let's stall a bit for Sakura. Hopefully my Roma doesn't clear the dude. Okay. As long as I don't hit Arthur, it should be okay. Come on. Okay. And then I'm just gonna use it just to show you here. You can hear her strike shot. Not bad. Not bad. Well, that's for you guys who want to know the actual voice. It doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't really matter that much to me, but for you guys who want to hear it, then because Sakura, hardly people use her anymore. Well, you hardly see her in the friend list for sure, because you most likely won't see her, because Ralph and D'Artagnan will pretty much replace her in any dungeons that needs mines and damage walls, and even like wood ones. I guess Marishi, you might see a few Sakuras when Marishi's around, I guess. But yeah, back to Mothra and Rei. Her strike shot is a meteor strike shot. It's a meteor style. I want to see it actually. I really want to see it, because the description says like attacks all enemies on contact with Mothra. So basically Mothra is just gonna swarm down on the field. That would be really crazy. That'd be really weird. But if you want like a more protective Amakusashiro, Rei Amakusashiro, then you go for the evolution. If you want a more damaging one, you would go for the Ascension, because the Ascension, the bomb combo has a EX Laser XL, so it's same as Himiko's bomb combo, and then the sub bomb combo is a defense up, so she's kind of like a utility, like a half and half, kind of like Ultraman in that sense, I guess. But Ultraman does better because he can know two hazards, whereas Amakusashiro can only do one. So I think, of course, Ultraman's a little bit better, but Shiro Rei does a lot more in terms of utility, like more defensive capabilities. Double Roma. I mean, double Arthur. Why did I say double Roma? As for Roma, there is going to be, you've probably seen it, the monster of the week is Roma Transcension. And I brought him into Gigamantis, which is not that bad. I'll probably use him in Shambhala as well, but I'm not sure when that video is going to come up, or if there is going to be one. Because he works really well in Shambhala. He improves a lot in Shambhala. But, of course, he was the top pick in there anyway, so there's not much difference, in my opinion. There we go. But yeah, I feel really bad for people who haven't done any of those two collaborations, because if they want to do everything, I think it's like 100% impossible, in my opinion. Like 100% impossible to actually get all those max lux done, just in a time constraint. Because Godzilla shards, there's so much monsters that you want to, that's in that hatcher. You probably want to, most likely you have to go over like at least 2,000 shards. I'm not sure, of course, the actual drop rate of each and every one of them, but like you have to go for at least 2,000 shards. You have to go at least 2,000 shards. Even like if you have 2 weeks, there's like 2 weeks for the collaboration. It's like there's not enough time. There's like not enough time. Hopefully I can do it, because I only have to do one half of it, but it's still really bad. Okay. At least I'm getting X's, which I really want, but I don't want speed X's. Don't give me a speed. Yeah, attack. Attack is probably the weakest in terms of quantity in my box right now. I might have to fuse later because I'm getting a lot of Morlings, and I only have space after like 10 runs. And I think I've done at least 3 or 4. I think I've done at least 5, I think. At least 5 runs. Yeah, I think I've done 5 runs. Let's just go. Keep on going with our Roma. As for the hatcher, for people who want to roll the hatcher, there's a lot of uses afterwards, after the collaboration ended last time. So Rei Amakusa Shield was really good for Izanami Zero, but of course that was before Ralph and D'Artagnan. Asuka Uri still good for Skilmi, probably one of the better ones. And then especially if you want Hakua, then she's a really good monster for Hakua, just because her strike shot is really powerful. It's like Sinbad's, but it still powers up your allies for 1 round. Come on, clear it. Aw, man. And then Kaorurushi is one of the best monsters for Eden because of his Synchro or AT field, and which can block that first attack, and his bump combo is really strong. His strike shot's really strong because it has a chance of decreasing the attack of enemies if he hits them. So it can scave off some damage from either the right or Bright, and then Eden as well. And then the first set was Shinji, the Water Shinji. Not much use now, in my opinion. You can probably bring Light the Light Ascension if you don't have good light monsters. Like if you don't have like an Arthur or something like that, then you might want the light one. Or if you want a monster for the 31st floor, then you go for the evolution. But lately, even I stopped bringing the water one, the evolve one, the evolve water, into the... There's a giant siren right now. The evolve Shinji into 31 because I do have a little bit better monsters in Iris and Ninai Kanai. Next is Asuka, the Asuka Fire version, and she's still a very top tier monster. If you, she's really good for the 23rd floor of the tower if you're struggling on that. And her meteor is really strong as well, and it's really short. It's like 24 turns, I think. And you can multiplayer it very, very fast, really, really quickly. It's not like a giant 1 million or 1 million plus nuke onto the boss, but it does at least 600k, and it can wipe out monsters relatively easily if you know how to work her strike shot. I still use her today, and I just love it because of the sub blast bump that can proc other monsters, and her strike shot's really and her base bump is really strong as well because it's a homing pierce destruction, and she is a blast type monster. I think she should be. Okay. Oh, not enough. Not enough. There we go. And last is Ray and Eva Zero. People go for the Ascension for Ray and Eva Zero just because of the strike shot. The scythe strike shot. I haven't used it that much. I didn't have really much opportunities to use it that much. But I've seen it's really strong. Like really, really strong. So if you can get a good attack onto good line for her, then she does a ton of damage, like a ton of damage. But the rest of her stuff is not that great. Like she has a poison sub bomb, trident laser that goes upward, and it's not lock on, and then she only has a no damage wall, and she's a dark monster. So if you have a Lucy, then she's pretty meh in terms of putting one over the other. I need those morlings. I need those morlings. I haven't morling farmed for like a long time, and that coincides with not ranking at not rank farming. A lot of my recent max lux or new monsters have not been hyper maxed yet, so that's why you don't see them that much. Nice, nice, nice. But in other news, I talked a lot about the Evangelion stuff. Next, I guess the next bit of news is the Summer Struck in NA. The guaranteed 10-shot hatcher is coming back for 1 day, for the last day, and it's kind of like a renewal, and it's basically a new hatcher where even if you didn't roll the current one right now that's out right now, I think it's the current one, well I guess it's coming up on a Sunday, so it's the previous one, then you'll still be able to roll both of them because they're under different names. So for 100 orbs, you get at least 2 alphas, 2 5, 6-star alphas, and no guarantees on if it's a dupe or not, or the guaranteed of the one that you actually want. And for me, I don't have enough orbs, so I'll probably skip it. I don't really need. I already got Margaret, so that's really good for me. Gonna save my orbs for later. Nice. So hopefully everybody has a chance to actually roll and then get good monsters. And of course Legends is coming back right after Summerstruck, so it depends if you want to save orbs for Legends, if you want Lucy, Dodgy, or Tempest, or Striker. So it's your choice, in my opinion. If you have all of them, then I would suggest just go for the Summerstruck. But if you just want, if you want a chance to have a very powerful monster, then you go for the Legends, because Summerstruck monsters you get a guarantee for your 10 shot. But if you didn't, Legends will most likely not be like that. So take the risk if you want, or don't take it and just get a good 5-6 star monster. Like probably the only one that's not really good for like for value for box is Lucifer Alpha. But like if you're just starting out, then like Nono Alpha and Marguerite Alpha is a really good addition to your boxes. Dun, 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 dun. But this is the first time I actually like finished all the sets of difficulties in probably anything besides collaborations, and that's between both accounts, and just to get those 3 orbs and 1 divine shard and all those other orbs that come with it. I'm just really lazy. Some of my friends even say like, why you don't play those savage ones for that free orb? I'm like, oh, I'm just too lazy. Even though it only takes like 3-4 minutes to clear, I'm too lazy. I'm just too lazy. It's not because I'm like I don't want to waste stamina and stuff like that, or I have some other dungeon to farm. It's just I just don't want to play that. I don't want to play that much. I liked playing Monster Strike, but I do get burnt out really easily. So outside of videos, I don't farm that much, except when there's a new series. Then oh wow, that is a Psychic S++. Damn it, Data. I know Data, so that's why I'm like, dang it. But yeah, like outside of videos and new dungeons, I don't farm that much. Like Zetong, I left it until the very last day to actually finish it. Of course, I played it like moronic throughout the collaboration, but a lot of my friends just like cleared it within like a week and stuff like that, or even a few days. And I'm like, oh, I'm just too lazy. I don't want to farm it. And then I left it, like I played like once or twice per day, and then left like 20 luck for the last day, and then just finish it off on the last day. Hopefully I don't do that for this collaboration, because I cannot really be lazy for this, because I have to farm Godzilla shards, I have to farm Mr. Godzilla and Eva-themed, which is a 1-drop dungeon, and then of course there's the regulars with in terms of schedules, in terms of Godzilla Eva 1, Godzilla himself, Destroyer, Violente, and yeah, loads of stuff to do. I might do some streams. I might do like what, a Godzilla shard farming stream or something like that. Yes! Finally, bonus stage. I have started. I did 1 stream of Twitch, and it was really awkward, I guess. I do have a Twitch account, but I don't really stream it that often yet. And I was just testing if I want to do it on Twitch, or if I want to do streams on Twitch, or do it on YouTube, because for viewers like you guys who've been watching me on YouTube and stuff like that, probably want it more on YouTube, just because it's more all in one place. But for Twitch, it's better to just get known known, because like people just like go to Twitch to search for streams in general. So maybe I'll go for Twitch, but who knows. Oh yeah, Tower's coming back too. Oh my god, JP's too much stuff. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'll probably do a speed clear or a marathon of the Tower and JP again. But holy crap. It's gonna be a rough 2 weeks in August. And who knows what the second half of August brings. Oh, really? Okay, fine. I was thinking of getting stuck within the shield to deal a lot of damage, but that didn't work. Clear. Okay. Arthur, get out of there. Oh, his laser's gonna get stuck there. I'll probably get speed clear, but it's going to be rough. The shield finally starting to break though. Break. Guess not. Okay, there you go. Oh yeah, speaking of NA, I heard somebody actually got Draken. Draken, for people who don't know, it is a special exclusive for NA that they made for the meetups, and one person actually got it. I don't know who. They just know that it's one person, and it's only one person who has Draken. But Draken himself is not the best monster. It's just very, very rare. Like super rare. Like because there's only one in the world right now, and one account only has it. But he's only a water no guided barrier monster, and then strike shot is the same as Roy's, and bump combo is a vertical laser L. So probably somebody will use it sometime in the future, or maybe it'll come back sometime in the future in other ways. And hopefully Tower comes back for NA with the extension, because I might have to orb. But anyways, extension, hopefully the extension comes back. But at the same time, I'm not that cheery for it, because 31st stage is going to be hell for a lot of people. It's going to be hell for a lot of people. Like, you can read up on it, but you can only go so far by just reading how it works. You have to actually practice, because the pinching, because pinching is all about getting used to the hitboxes, and you need some practice in there. Because if you don't, then it's really, really hard. And of course, there's like no monster that's like a stable clear. I guess there is like in Rapunzel's, but even Rapunzel by her, like even a team of Rapunzel doesn't guarantee you a win. You still have to be able to pinch and not turn into a chick with those magic panels or magic circles. And then 33 is just hell as well, because there's no farmable option for that dungeon yet. So you gotta rely on hatcher monsters, which not a lot of people have, and the hatcher pool is really limited as well. Like there's only a certain amount of monsters that you can bring to actually beat that dungeon. So it's gonna be really, really hard. But like 32 and 34 and 35 is not that bad in my opinion. 35, even the meetup people, the people who were at the meetups, they actually played it. And a lot of people cleared it, I think. Some people cleared it. I've seen some screenshots on the forums. I might just cut it short and use my last run for the next run, which is going to be my last one before I actually orb, and do some really random party. Let's do some random party. Random party of new monsters or a random party of something else. Because I already showed you Roma, I already showed you Ra, I showed you the alternate Sakura. I guess Noah's not a bad monster to use. Or should I use like monsters I usually don't use? And then just use it for the hell of it. Because I need to max luck everything and I'm kind of stingy on my orbs right now. Kind of. But the day after this recording is going to be my 600th day, so I'm going to get 10 more orbs from there. And of course you get orbs for clearing the difficulties, all the difficulties and stuff like that, so I should be okay. And then of course Tower is going to come back, so there's like another 60 orbs or so there. So yeah, I'm not going to roll on the Hatcher because I already got most of it. The only one that I don't have is Rei and Amakusa Shiro in terms of the Evangelion Hatcher monsters. And I don't think I really need to actually roll for her. Random team. Random team. There we go. Let's use Ultraman monsters. Let's use Ultraman monsters. And my max out's gonna be Gamora. I'm gonna use Ultraman, and pretty sure my only friend is an Ultraman as well, in terms of the Ultraman monsters. And then my third one, should I bring the Smydra Ultraman dude? He's pretty bad, but why not? And I didn't even hypermax him. You can hypermax him, but I didn't. Or should I bring like, because the other two monsters are not. Ooh. Okay. And I got a fuse. Actually, I just sell my speeds because I don't need that much speed. Okay. Last run, so Gomora, where are you? Oh, Gomora. I didn't even hypermax Gomora either. Whatever. I should do that next. But next is Ultraman, and after that is this guy. Let's see if this actually works. I have zero faith in this team. And my friend's going to be a Ultraman as well. Ultraman. This Ultraman has a Psychic M or Psychic S plus, 74k damage. Ultraman does have recovery, so I'm not that scared. I'm just scared that I don't have enough damage in this team. But with two Ultramans, it should be okay. Gamora has a no gravity barrier within himself, but his two Slayers are not really useful. It's only Demon Mancer and wait, actually, nope. The Jesters are demons. They're not Demon Mancers. So that goes that use. But it's basically relying on Ultraman to actually deal the damage and to mob clear. which is doing really well in my opinion. Has recovery, has flight, has no gravity barrier. Really, really good. Of course, this is a relatively easy dungeon in general. And Gomora does have a cool strike shot. I want to actually use it. Whoops, missed that gauge. And didn't hit anybody. Okay, hopefully bonus. Give me bonus. Yes, bonus, 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 bonus. And 2 HP and an attack, which is not bad. Better than like 3 speeds or something like that. Boom, boom, and boss. 15 turns. I do want to be clear. I probably won't use Ultraman Strike Shot, but the other two, ooh, I will use. Nice, not bad. I want to actually hear the voice for Smydra and Ultraman. Okay. Next is Gomora. Oh, works well with the ninja there with the Slayer. Okay, let's use the Strike Shot. It's the same as the Evolve Ultraman, just hits a stream of ray, Spectrum Ray. Spatium Ray. So there's that. But it's a or something like that. I'm really bad at impersonating voices, especially non-human voices. Oh, didn't clear it. Oh, that's sad. I kind of want to start off with Gomora Strike Shot. Okay. Nice. Ish. Let's go up and down. Okay. Oh, the revive. Can I get a good strike shot here? Because it is a bash and then it does a tail whip. I whip my tail back and forth. I whip my tail back and forth. Nope. Completely missed. Completely missed. And I probably won't get speed clear because I missed that. Although it doesn't. Ooh, okay. But it doesn't do that much damage in general. Well, there goes the shield, so that's good. And let's recover. There's the heart. There's that heart. And let's use Ultraman's Strike Shot. I still don't know how I can really use it. Yeah. Because it's kind of like the same as Asuka's, but it's not as powerful as Asuka's. I guess this angle's a little bit better. Like that is a lot of damage. Like that diagonal is really strong. Because if you go like vertical or horizontal, they split after they hit a wall. So it doesn't do that much, but if it's like a diagonal, then I guess it'll do a lot like that. And I get that X. That is a lot of pluses. That is a lot of pluses. Oh. And there goes all that farming for ranking, for rank farming. I didn't even get up a rank in 1 hour. Of course, I did do some really random stuff. If I actually try, then I'll probably get at least 1 rank within an hour. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.